Brushaflies, welcome back to my channel, Brushafly MUA. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercedes, I'm the face behind Brushafly MUA, and if you are new, remember to hit that subscribe button, and if you're not new, welcome back. So, I'm going to do a Was That Haul Worth It? I love doing Was That Haul Worth It because I like looking back at my old makeup, or makeup that I bought like last year or the year before, and seeing whether I still enjoy those products or whether I bought them and I didn't actually enjoy them and I sort of threw them to the back of the cupboard. So yeah, I like to take this opportunity to deep dive into my collection, see what I have. So today's Was That Haul Worth It is the Sailor Moon and Colourpop collab. So I have the eyeshadow palette and I have 2 of the lip products. I did have 4 of the lip products, but one of them I decided to do in a makeup experiment. I looked at how many swatches were inside of one, and then the other one, my daughter absolutely loves Sailor Moon and anime at the moment, so she asked if she could have one of my Sailor Moon things, and when it comes to my children, I really struggle to say no. So 2 lip products, eyeshadow palette, we're going to talk about it. So I do have to say that when I first got this beautiful palette, I was impressed by how it looked. To me, it actually really does look very Sailor Moony. You know, I think the colours are right for Sailor Moon, her character, you know, her sort of theme. But I do think Colourpop missed a big opportunity with the Sailor Moon series. Like, you could have done so much more with it. You could have expanded it into the other Sailor Scouts. You know, you really could have gone into detail and had like a red palette for Mars, a blue planet for Mercury. I know like Colourpop have already done those sort of monochromatic eyeshadows, but it would have been nice to expand on the collection. Like, I actually love Sailor Moon, she's really cool, but I also love Sailor Jupiter, so I would have really liked like a Sailor Jupiter green palette, you know, so I do think they missed a mark there. But in saying that, like, this collection, the packaging is stunning. I'll take a photo because I kept the cardboard outer packaging and I put it in a frame because I was so in love with it. I couldn't bear to throw away the packaging. So, you know, they have done it justice with the packaging side of things. I have been playing with this one recently because I actually found I didn't really like the formula when I first got this palette. I found it quite wishy-washy, which is more suited to a like Asian market. It's meant to be quite muted, not very vibrant and in your face, you know, just a wash of colour. And I'm a very vibrant eyeshadow girl, so I think I was a bit hard on it. So I recently pulled it back out and I put it into my Shop My Stash, and I have to say I have really enjoyed playing with it this time round. So I'm going to play with it again today, show you a look I can come up with. Maybe eventually I'll put on the screen like some looks I've already done using this palette, and then we can go from there, use the lip products and see whether this was worth it. So I think I need to swatch this so I can show you what these look like. Okay, so this is the palette swatched. It is, as you can see, quite a light pigmented palette. It's not too in your face, although those ones at the bottom are actually very pigmented. So I'm gonna see if I can point out the shades and the names. So we have Shining Moon, Twilight Flash, Silver Crystal, Moon Castle, Full Moon, Silver Millennium. The next name I cannot pronounce, so I am going to put it on the screen. Then we have Luna, Justice, Tuxedo Rose, Love, and Miracle Romance. So they are all very much names dedicated to the series. You know, you would have heard all of them other than the one that I cannot pronounce. like, yeah. But this is such a stunning looking palette, and it is my only Colourpop palette. Now, a couple of months ago, I think I was chatting on my channel and I was like, yeah, probably not too interested in trying any more Colourpop products because I didn't really get on with this and that kind of thing, but I'm hoping it has changed my mind. So I need to brush my fringe out the way. So yeah, the egg is in the house. So I don't know what kind of look to go for today. I go for a quite out there look. I have work tonight, they're used to it. So I might go in with Tuxedo Rose. And the only downside is it doesn't have a mirror, so I'm having to hold like a little mirror. But that's just being picky. So as you can see, straight off the bat, really pigmented, and it does have a slight shimmer to this shade. It is more matte, but it definitely has like some shimmer particles in there. I think that is to help it blend better. Yeah, that's definitely a pretty colour. And I do want to point out this shade here, which is Love. I don't know whether it's my palette and whether it's just a bit of a dud, but whenever I have tried to use that one, it is so rock hard in the pan. Like, I can swatch it, but when I try and pick it up with a brush, it just doesn't seem to want to do very much. When I put it on the eye, it actually just tends to look quite a lot like the shade I've just used. So I do want to point that one out. I think now I'm going to go in with Miracle Romance. So again, it does have quite a nice hue to it. It's not too in your face a purple. And I do actually think a lot of brands struggle to make purple shades, especially more pastel tones, work. This one does kind of work. It's one of the better ones that I have tried from certain brands. Okay, and now, just because I love it, I'm going to go in with that yellow shade, which is Justice. Again, the yellow shade is really pigmented and it does have some slight sparkle in it. Again, I guess to help it blend. So there's a tiny bit of fallout around the nose area, but I'm not too mad about fallout. It happens to the best of us. So now I want to take some of Moon Castle, go under my lash line. And then I'm going to take some of Silver Crystal, take my fluffy brush again, and just go up here. Corner highlight. So I'm going to take Silver Millennium. Okay, and that is the finished look before mascara and eyeliner. I do have to say I'm really happy with it so far. I do need to have a little bit of a tidy up because there is a tad bit of fallout, but you know, I like the look so far. So I'm gonna apply some mascara and eyeliner and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've just done mascara and eyeliner and I realised, like, I was looking and I was like, I do like the eye look, but something feels missing. And it's because I didn't do a shimmer shade in the centre. So I'm going to grab this purple shade here, which is Luna. And I'm just going to take it on my finger. Okay, so I've brushed my fringe back down. I know it's really long and I do need to trim it. And there's like this really long random hair there, I think. Where are you? Yeah, so I'm actually really happy with the eye look. I now need to go ahead and use these. So this is a liquid blotted lip in the shade Usagi, which is Sailor Moon's name in Japanese, I believe. Like in the American English version, she is Serena. Then I have a gloss, which is Sailor Moon, and it's like an apricot-y toned gloss. Now I do have to say, out of the two, I prefer the blotted lip over the gloss. The gloss to me has like a weird coffee scent, and it's like a caramel. I think it's meant to be quite nice, but I find it quite overpowering and it is very sticky. Whereas this one just gives you like a hint of blush on your lips. You know, very much suited to that whole Asian, Korean, Japanese sort of style makeup. You know, it's very muted, very pretty. It's not too in your face, it's gorgeous. So let's go ahead and apply this one. See, this one I find doesn't really have a scent. No. Okay, so that is the blotted lip on. It is actually a really nice shade. As you can probably see, it's quite a sheer formula. It's not too opaque. Like, it has pigment, but it's not such a strong pigment that it's going to overtake your whole look. Now you can put the gloss over the top, which is what I'm going to do, but I will probably end up taking it off during the day because I find whenever I do that, it starts to peel off like the lipstick underneath. So I'll probably end up taking it off and putting the blotted lip back on its own. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead and use this one. And it does have that like annoying brush that can go a bit broomsticky. So the gloss has completely changed the dimension of the lip colour. It's very glossy, very pretty. I do like it. So I thought I put my hands in the lipstick, because I always do that. I swatch it on my hands, and then I have this habit of, like, while I'm thinking, like, touching my hands, and the amount of times I end up rubbing it on myself or getting it on my jeans. So yeah. So what are my final thoughts on the Colourpop and Sailor Moon collaboration? They did do other products as well, like there was a little pot with glitter in, I think body glitter, and they also did a couple of blushes as well. When I bought this, it was when it first came out, and by the time I managed to get on the website, all that was left was the eyeshadow palette and the lip kits, so that was all I got. Maybe one day I might get the blush, because it does have Luna on the packaging, the cat, but you know, swings and roundabouts. The palette. Now, my first opinion of the palette, I didn't really like it. I didn't really get on with it. I found it very muted, not as vibrant as I expected it to be, but after playing with it recently a lot more, maybe it's the time of year as well, because it's spring and all these pretty colours are about. You know, it's a very springtime palette, and I didn't add it into my top 10 spring palettes this year, which I'm so gutted I didn't, because I really like this. So yeah, I definitely think it is a very pretty palette. Now, I do actually really enjoy using it. It can be very pigmented. I mean, look at my eye look today. I actually think that is a really pigmented eye look. But you can do quite muted, gentle and subtle eye looks as well. It doesn't have to be that vibrant. I think because I am quite a vibrant, colourful person, I feel like I need the vibrant, colourful palettes to work with. But yeah, I actually really like this. My whole conception of it has really changed recently. I now love this palette after like having it for like a couple of years, not really pulling it out and using it because I thought I didn't like it, but now I'm like, why didn't you just pull it out and use it more? Like, I could have given this palette so much more love than what I have given it. And I do have to say as well, the packaging, definitely the star of the show. I mean, you know, her mouth moves when you move the packaging. I love it. And the lipstick things. So I really like the blotted lip. I do actually think it's a really nice shade. The other one I used in my makeup experiment to see how many swatches these had was not my favourite shade, so I definitely kept like my more favourite shade. I'll try to remember to link that video down below. But yeah, I do really like the liquid blotted lip. It is really pretty. It's not too heavy. It's not too in your face. Now the gloss. Now I do actually quite like the effect it has given my lips today, but it does sort of like make it peel and bunch up. I don't know how to describe it, at the edge of like the lick line. Do you know what I mean? Like where your tongue sort of rests in your mouth, or where the most moistury bit of your lips begin and end kind of thing. It does sort of, I don't know if you can see that. That's such a glamorous position, isn't it? Such a glamorous pose. But you know, it does tend to make the product bunch up. And I have found before it makes the blotted lip peel off a little bit. So I probably wouldn't wear that combination all the time, although you're meant to be able to. Like I said before, the smell of the gloss is very caramel coffee scented, which is okay if you like that, but I find it a bit overpowering. So the gloss is not my favourite product, and it is very, very sticky, and it has the annoying brush that goes a bit broomsticky. But the blotted lip and the eyeshadow palette, I actually really, really love these. I definitely think this haul was worth it when I got this collection, and even with the gloss, I'm quite happy because, I mean, my kids use the glosses anyway, so I'm not really losing out. But I do really like this collection. I'm very pleased I bought it. I mean, I'm a big Sailor Moon fan. I have the dolls, I have the DVDs, I have all the books, I have shot glasses. I love Sailor Moon. You know, it's my childhood, it's my teenage years, it's nostalgic to me. So I do really love this, and I would recommend it if you can get hold of the Sailor Moon collection from Colourpop and you love Sailor Moon. Just go get it. Go get it. You need it in your life. I love it. So yeah, I definitely think that haul was worth it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and you know, I'll probably do another was that haul worth it very soon, because I have put myself on a product specific no buy for a couple of months in the hopes that I don't buy any more eyeshadow palettes for a little while. So I'm definitely trying to work through my collection and see what I do and don't like.